Welcome back, traders and investors. Today we're putting aside the mainstream noise to do a deep dive into Tesla stock. While the news paints a negative picture, my technical analysis reveals a massive $900 per share price target by the end of 2026. Now here's our full roadmap. First, we'll deconstruct the regulatory headlines and why robotaxis are the real game changer. Second, we'll look at how the mega packs are quietly fueling the long-term thesis, and we'll do my technical breakdown for the $900 price target on Tesla. First of all, let's go over the regulatory hurdles and the robotaxi dreams. Recently, the National Highway Association has opened an investigation into the 2022 Tesla Model 3 emergency door release. This is an issue that needs to be resolved for safety, but putting into perspective, it's a common occurrence for a mass-produced vehicle. Now, I do not believe that there is a reason to abandon a company that's aiming for global AI dominance. As well, Elon Musk is pushing for boundaries for full self-drive, claiming that his driverless robotaxi drove him around Austin without a safety monitor. This is the multi-trillion-dollar narrative. If Tesla manages to achieve level 4 or level 5 autonomy at scale, the valuation of the company re-rates, and this is why investors are in Tesla. Now, while everyone talks about cars and AI, many forget that Tesla's rapidly expanding energy generation is expanding into this business. Just recently, Tesla secured a massive 1 gigawatt megapack project with Matrix Renewables in Scotland. It's not just a side hustle, as it is serious business building out critical grid infrastructure. As well, there's been diversified revenue, with this segment providing a crucial, stable revenue stream that helps de-risk the company from purely automotive sales, especially as the EV tax credits expired and the sales pressure still builds up. This is often overlooked by mainstream analysts who still have a consensus hold rating on the stock and very conservative price targets, but they're missing the bigger picture. Now, the energy business is quietly growing, and it's laying the groundwork for a more robust and diversified Tesla just beyond cars. Now, let's move on toward the charts, because while the news generates headlines, the price action tells us the truth. Alright, what is up, traders? As you can see, we're on a daily chart of Tesla, and based on our custom algorithm, we have detected that the stock is in a bullish trend. Here, as you can see here underlined, it is saying that the stock should be going higher over the next couple of trading sessions here on Tesla, although we are seeing some short-term headwinds, with the 5-minute chart seeing some bearish trend here indicated by our algorithm, but the majority of the other trends here, the 15 to 30, the hourly, and the 2-hour here are especially bullish, which is a good signal here for Tesla. Now, we want to reiterate here this level of the switch up that was from the bearish trend to the bullish trend. This exact date here was the best time to buy Tesla at around the 8th of August of this year, when the trend shifted from red to green, which is, from bearish to bullish here on Tesla. And now the stock has been seeing, some very nice returns from that area. Now with the stock seeing a valuation here and a price of around $478 here intraday, but we are having a lot of trouble clearing this area of resistance here. As you can see, this last year's area, which was around here 478, which was achieved on this December 17th of 2024. That is where we are finding that resistance, and it just hasn't allowed the stock to clear over the past couple of trading sessions. But something I want to acknowledge is that not only are we above those areas of resistance from last year, we are well above it, seeing around 36% from that area, right? But now I want to acknowledge something very important. The volume has been kind of declining, although we are seeing intense upside, right? And this is factored in by the market, right? We are factoring in some bullish news, and using, let's say, our technical analysis here by using the fixed range volume profile and using that indicator here from this high all the way to this area, the area of control was exactly there of 327, right? And looking now towards the hourly chart, we are obviously bullish, and you could have gone long here at the trade the 3rd of December. That was the initiation to go long here at 434 on the stock. But using, let's say, now Fibonacci retracements from this high to around this low, we see that we are holding very important Fibonacci levels, right? We dipped, right? We pulled back toward the 0.236 level burst. We did the same thing, and then we pulled back now towards a 0.5 retracement, another extension, and we pulled back exactly at the 0.618. So generally, when we have a reversal of trend, which was initiated exactly here on Tesla, we did see that we should be factoring in the Fibonacci levels here, and same thing here. Now we're counting the resistance, so we might pull back here 473 or 454 here on Tesla. Now, we do see the stock on the short term going towards a price target of 529 here, over the next couple of trading sessions, around a week or 2 weeks and a half here. But, on the longer term, we do see the stock going towards here $900, and our main reasoning for that is the following. So if we look, zoom out towards a longer term picture, which is a daily chart, right? Because we get a mix of everything, of all the trends combined. From this high towards this low that we formed, if we use Fibonacci retracements, so we extend this downward, and we see that the stock has the potential to reach, 650, and then over here, before it gets overextended, around $920 on Tesla, before it starts to get overextended towards the upside, and it gets pretty much overbought. So this has been happening with lots of Max 7 names. So for example, the reasoning as to why I'm so confident in my analysis is because if you look back at Google, which I have been bullish ever since April on the lows, so I've been backing it up with fundamentals, that same thing for Tesla, right? So if we look at that high that was formed on Google, we use Fibonacci retracement from that high to that low, we have reached exactly there, right? So 313, right, which is extension of 2.618, and that is where we are finding such a hard area to go above, because pretty much we've done 200, twice the extension of the pullback move, from 140 all the way to 313, and that is exactly what we believe is going to be happening with Tesla. Right, if we do manage to clear this clear area of resistance of 491, we can go towards 650, and then towards $920 on Tesla, as long as the longer term fundamentals of the company slowly start to get better and the macroeconomic sentiment increases here on Tesla. Now, also using the hourly time frame on Tesla and using the RSI, we see that obviously we are seeing some short-term resistance here at 493, and we are pulling back. But the RSI is, looking like it's not overextended, right? So generally what happens here is that when we see a, strong move, we tend to have, the big move, and then on the RSI it shows that, we extended too much towards the upside, so we got pretty much overbought, right? And we see a pullback generally to around the zones, which is, once there is a defined trend structure, we want to be buying when the RSI falls, towards the mid 30s, or even, if it falls below here the 20 or 39, that just means that the stock is at a heavy discount, right? And should be bought, right? So these dips every single time it came to around, this low of 38, and then exactly this low again, which came around, 40, a little bit higher. Pullback here again, it came, to 47, and, this last pullback here is now looking like it's coming near this last one here that we had, which triggered, big move here from 435 all the way to 478, which is something that I ideally would like to enter here on Tesla. But apart from that, I still maintain my $900 price target on Tesla by the end of 2026, based off the fundamentals and precisely the technicals here on Tesla chart. So while the market focuses on fleeting headlines and short-term volatility, the Tesla chart reveals a much grander story. A story of a company that's primed for exponential growth, driven by robotaxis and a booming energy business. Now the true question is, will this powerful trend hold, and can it pave the way for $900 price target for Tesla? Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections below, and if you found this technical analysis insight helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more in-depth videos, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss our next video. So without further ado, don't let the markets whip you guys out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.